Hi guys, so we are running from one week to another, from one event to another, and the cosmos is giving us another opening, another window in time in which we have an occasion this specific week to gather endless force of joy, of freedom, of abundance, of healing, of protection, of everything. How come? The first thing is that we have two main or two very important windows in times. One is called Simchat Torah, okay? And the other one is the chapter of Beresheet, or the day, the beginning of creation, which is going to be Friday and Saturday. Wednesday and Thursday is a huge event that is connected to joy. And there is a connection to the scroll. It's not just a joy, go and drink something and you're going to be and go to a party and be joyful, but it's a joy that is connected, or happiness that is connected with the scroll, with what we call the Torah. Why? Because the only way that we can be really joyful is when we have this infinite connection with the endless. When I feel tuned with what's happening in the universe, in the high realm of the creation, okay? When the perfection of this creation, when I feel aligned with it, when I feel aligned with my purpose, when I feel aligned with the way that I speak, the way I act, the way I choose my things, I have happiness in my heart. So what I want through this day is really have the guidance, they have the merit to be guided by the light in everything that I do. Don't we want that? Like someone will whisper in our ear, what's the right thing to do for us? I wish that, right? So that's the day in which we can receive that strength, receive that power, be guided by the light all the time. What we need to do is simply to be connected at that day through the tools like the Zohar, and for those of you that know Kabbalah.com, or the different connections of the Kabbalah Centre, you can just connect to the event of Simchat Torah and just be with us. Be with us online. That's one thing, which is the happiness through the scroll, having that connection with the infinity, and managing really to feel that serenity, that protection, that abundance, and from that place, from the inner place, to feel the joy and the happiness. In order to receive all what we're speaking about, this connection, this abundance of joy, one of the things that we want to be able to be conscious of doing, it's to appreciate. You know, when you have like a whole day to do your thing, so you just like, you know, take your time. But when you have just like 5 minutes to manage so many things, you have more appreciation for the time. You are more focused with the time. So this is exactly the moment. It's the last moment. It's the last times in which the light is available for us to receive, or to connect with all this abundant thing, like again prosperity, protection, healing, love, whatever the person would want. So more, because it's the last moment, we want to higher our appreciation and our focus in our spiritual work, and be really tuned, very focused on what we are doing those days. So we spoke about appreciation, we spoke about the happiness through the connection to the scroll. You're gonna see there's dancing nonstop for the sake of really collecting, you know, like this sugar sugar apple or something like this. Yes, that you are turning it, more sugar you have on it, right? So in the same way, you are collecting more and more light, more and more blessing in this time. We need to understand, as it is the last connections, so what happened is all the work that we start doing in the new moon of Virgo, okay, we are accumulated and accumulated and accumulated, and now it's the time of collecting. Yes, if someone is working so hard, imagine 1 year of work or 40 days of work, now it's the salary, right? So this is the time that we can collect. It doesn't mean that I'm going to see tomorrow all my blessings, but yes, through the year, I'm going to see those blessings. So in this time, I do want to focus, although it's like, you know, one more thing to do, one more thing to, I want to do it. Why? Because this is the time in which I collect everything to one bag. My vessel, my life, my energy is being empowered. Okay, so this is one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is the fact that the chapter that we are connected at the end of this week on Friday, Saturday, it's Beresheet. It's really the beginning, okay? The beginning of the creation. And it's so powerful because in the seeds of it, it's really the seed of everything. And in this time, if you think about it, the world, as it was the beginning of the world, it says it was chaotic. The world in the beginning was chaotic. And then it starts to be organized, right? Waters, the upper water, the down water, the different planets, different plants and animals, etc. And then human. What happens when the human arrived, when the light gave us the power of the light inside of the first Adam, the first human? What happened in that moment? We, human, received the power of creation. And when humans were created, this is when the whole creation came into life. You can imagine yourself like, you know, like all kind of plastic or fimo. I don't know if you know these materials, like plastilina or fimo, whatever. Yes, this thing, like different animals and planets and the whole world, like even a drawing, a 2D drawing. It's all there. And us human, when the first Adam arrived, he announced the planets, the waters, the upper water, the animals, the plants, and they came to life. This week, we need to understand our power. We need to understand that we have power to create. If we are using our hatred, we are going to use this power to destroy everything that was given to us. Or we're going to use this power for love, for true sharing, for care for each other, for empowerment of each other. In this case, we're going to build up. We're going to create. We're going to put light and life in everything that exists around us. And it's so important to be aware of it because we are in such delicate times that I think, you know, the truth and the false is completely mixed up. And who is positive and a person seems positive and negative in the same time. Choose. How can I choose? How can we choose? It's when we light up the light by our actions, in the way that we are going to care more for other people around us. We're going to empower more people around us. We're going to give them hope and looking at life with the right or let's say with a positive vision, with enlightened vision, with really the true work that there is for us to do. When I am helping others to be empowered, I am empowering myself as a human being. What is my power? Is to bring life to everything around me, to everything that I have, but to everybody that are surrounding me, which is so important. Because we saying God, God, God. God cannot do the work on himself. This is why we are here. We need to do part of the work and allow the light to do the rest, yes, but we need to do part. Without our light, the endless light cannot finish the work. It's for us to start the work, and it's in our hands to start the work. That brings to another things, to another point. We all want something from our life, blessings for the next year. But this week, there is a big difference between those gifts to be limited, to be temporary, or those gifts to be endless. And it starts with the fact of how do I ask something? Where is my thought and consciousness? Is it in a temporary way? Is it in a limited way? Is it like seeing a need of the moment? Or my consciousness is infinite. My consciousness is really for the sake of sharing. Because if I truly think about it, the only way that I can really relate with the infinity, with that serenity that I'm talking about, the real joy is for me to fulfill my purpose. To fulfill my purpose, each one of us receive the light that is here for the sake of empowering his surrounding. So if I'm not shining my light, I'm not happy. Very simple. So this week I want to find ways to shine my light, my kindness, the tools that I have, the thoughts, the listening, the hug, whatever it is that I have special, to share it with the surrounding. Maybe I know something that other people doesn't, that I can share, not push, not impose, allow the freedom of choice, but we can share, we can inspire others. This is one of the things. Yes, first of all, the consciousness in which way I want something, I ask for something, and then think about all the gifts you already have. How do I relate to them? I relate to them as a temporary thing. I have a house, I have a car. Okay, one day I'm gonna have to sell the car. One day I'm gonna finish with the house, or friendship, or even a family. Is it like here to be finished, or is it here to be endless? Everything that I have today, this week, I want to make sure that I look at it as infinite, as something that will last forever. Everything, every good thing that I have in my life, vitality. Okay, I want this to last forever. And because, as we said, our work is to light up that light, to bring our light to shine around us. Through doing this, we want to connect the two worlds, the infinity and the temporary, because this is our essence. If you think about it, we are endless soul and we are a limited body, and we are living in harmony in a way. But we want to live in harmony, right? So that's the work that we're supposed to do. More we are creating unity between the infinite world, or the infinity, the continuity, the vitality, the endless, and the temporary, the physical matter, the physical situation, the physical things that I have. More I create life into them, more I am prosper, more the people around me are prosper. And here you go. Again, joy and happiness. The last point I want to share with you, and again, it's all based on what I'm bringing from Kabbalah.com, from classes of Michael Berg. So you are more than welcome to check on the classes of Michael Berg on Kabbalah.com that are related with Simchat Torah and the portion Beresheet. Okay, so you can look at it. Before we move to the last point, I want to read from the Zohar. This is our tool that connects not only the knowledge. Yes, the knowledge is temporary. I always want to learn more, which is amazing, but again, it's temporary. Okay, it's connected to the logic, and we want to connect to the infinity, to connect to the essence, to the understanding from the consciousness from the within. In order to understand from within, we need a bridge. And the bridge for us, for the world, is the letters, the combinations of letters, the way that are written in the Zohar. And again, for those of you that have the Zohar, highly recommend to daily read in the Zohar. For those of you that doesn't have the Zohar yet, highly recommend to get the Zohar. Zohar.com, or on the Kabbalah.com, you can purchase also the Zohar. And also share it with friends, the little version of it, big version of it, whatever you want, whatever you wish for. Okay, so I want to read into the Zohar the letters, the Aramaic letters that are creating the bridge between my logic understanding and my infinite connection. So you can simply close your eyes and relate with the power of the letters. ואי יהיו אור דברה הקדוש ברוך הוא ביום ראשון, דגנז לצדיקיה, וההוא חושך להתברא ביומה כדמעה לרשיה. כדבר האמור ורשעים בחושך ידמו, בגין ההוא חושך, דהבה עתיד למחתי להוא אור. לה באבא לאשתתפה בי, ובגין דאמר נעשה אדם בצלמנו, ההוא אור כדמותנו ההוא חושך. דהיו לבושה לאור כגוונה דגופה, דהיו לבושה לנשמתה הדאו דכתיב, אור ובשר תלבישנו. חדו כלהור, ואמרו זכאה חולקנה, דזכינה למשמע מילין, דלה השתמעו עד כאן. So, now that we are connected, we are getting to the last point, which comes from the teaching of Rav Ashlag. And it says that really, the bottom line of our spiritual work eventually is to get reunited, reconnected, glued to the infinite power of the Creator. How exactly can we do such a thing? If we're talking about a Creator, so we're talking about an endless power and a power that is related with the perfection, yeah, the thought of creation, the perfection. Are we feeling or living in a consciousness that everything is perfect? Well, sometimes. Are we feeling that we are infinite? Not really. So how can we get ourselves to that point of living life, of connection, glued to the Creator? Why do I want to be glued to the Creator? As we said in the beginning, more I am in affinity, in serenity with the Creator, with that infinite energy of life, more I know where to be, what to say, what kind of choices I should make. Everything is more precise. I lose less time. There's more success. There's more, energy of life. So how can I unite myself with the Creator? So the secret is, the only way that we can do it is that if two things. One is that if I am understanding, knowing that every action that I do is make me closer to be infinite, to reveal that infinite energy, to be the infinite person that I'm supposed to be, that I'm conscious. I'm not perfect right now, but I am on the way to have that perfection. I am doing these actions of sharing, this action of change, because I want to reach that place of perfection. And when the second thing is that I relate with everything that I have in my life, that are appearing in my life, or the different situations that I meet in my life, as they are the perfect actions, the perfect situation for me to reach the perfection. Everything is precise and make me closer, push me closer to the goal of really one, revealing that perfection, okay, revealing that perfection and connecting to the infinite light of life. Sorry. So when I keep this consciousness, I create vitality and continuity and infinity in everything that I have in my life. Because like this, I create that dvekut, that glue between me and the Creator. And we need to be focused on that, because that can bring us as individuals to be more connected. And when we are more connected and more joyful and with more love and unity, we create by nature an environment that is with more unity, more love, and less chaotic, or completely the contrary than chaotic, with perfect order. Perfect order because everything becomes united, so there's no chaos. Yes, in something that is one, there's no chaos. With this, I want to leave you with all the thoughts and all the questions. If you have questions, don't hesitate to write to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer. And for now, I wish you great time, great connections, and a great year. All the best.